When I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood.
It's week 2 of the 2025 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cowboys and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week, but that one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Now back to throw. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. Fighting him off. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Ready. Commit, ready. Ready.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand,
Offside.
partner.
Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How did That one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for DeAndre Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. This is Swift on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Williams. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. "54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Down. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Ready, set. Come on, set.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive goes 8. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He's got Allen. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. He's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Williams. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And they need to. Get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To the air, Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Okay, break.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Set, ready.
Looking to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Fighting through pressure. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's complete. Romadunze. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To throw once more. Here's Williams. Allen's got it complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing is Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Play action. Now Williams. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Back to throw. Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Elijah Mitchell, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement. Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Williams going to look to throw again. A pass complete to Odunze. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the point after try for Santos. And now it's blocked. The Cowboys pick it up, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Give running right is Mitchell.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Let's go.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Down to about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go, set.
Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
On the double.
2nd and 6.
Set, ready.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
To throw, it's Williams.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. Got an open man, it's Scott. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down and 3. Here's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that.
And it's blocked. The Cowboys pick it up, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 65 yards. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To the air, Williams. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.